about the synthesis of carbon nanotubes. This process was developed by Dr. Richard Smalley and co-workers from Rice University. They were used to produce metal molecules by blasting with the laser. When the metals are replaced by graphite molecules, multi-walled carbon nanotubes were obtained. See here, they have used two methods. One is the metals are used. Firstly, the metals are used, and when the laser light is going to incident on the metals, it is going to release some of the atoms, and the released out atoms formed into nanotubes. So here, when the metals are replaced by graphite molecules, multi-walled carbon nanotubes were obtained. Multi-walled carbon tubes, we can also produce the multi-walled carbon nanotubes. In laser ablation, a high energetic pulsed beam of laser vaporizes a graphite target in a temperature reactor. We have seen in the figure that the pulsed laser beam reaches the graphite target at high temperature reactor, in a high temperature reactor. So what do you mean by ablation? Ablation means removal. What we are going to remove? Removal of atoms from the graphite. So from the graphite, we are going to remove the atoms. So the technique is called as laser ablation technique. An inert gas is blended into the chamber at a temperature of 1200 degrees centigrade. So we are going to insert some inert gas within the chamber, into the chamber. Inert gas is inserted, or inert gas is going in to fill throughout the chamber. So what is the purpose of inert gas? This acts as a carrier gas which carries the vaporized graphite onto the water-cooled surface. So the atoms that are going to release when the laser light is going to hit the target graphite. So after the atoms release, the atoms are going to mingle with the inert gas, and the inert gas is going to carry the carbon atoms onto the water coolant. The laser used in this process is neodymium doped yttrium aluminum garnet. So as I have said in the previous video, that neodymium doped ND laser, ND-YAG use of ND-YAG laser. This is a ND-YAG laser is a neodymium doped yttrium aluminum garnet laser. The importance of this laser is that it breaks the strong covalent bonds between the adjacent atoms of graphite to remove the carbon, as I have said in the previous video. When this laser is focused on graphite, the carbon atoms from the graphite are vaporized and reaches the coolant through inert gas. So when the laser is focused on the graphite, the carbon atoms from graphite are vaporized. So the carbon atoms from the graphite are released out, vaporized, and reaches the coolant through the inert gas. Nanotubes are going to develop on the cooler surface of the reactor as the vaporized carbon condenses. So here, what are the steps are going to take place? Firstly, the atoms from when the laser is going to hit on the graphite target, then the atoms are going to release from the graphite target, and which are going to vaporize. The atoms that are released are vaporized atoms, and the vaporized atoms are going to mingle with inert gases. Then with the mingle of inert gases, they are going to move forward. And where does they deposit? They deposit on the water cooled collector. Hope you got the steps. A water cooled surface is included in this system to collect the nanotubes. The laser ablation method yields around 70 to 90% produces primarily single wall carbon nanotubes with a controllable diameter of 5 to 20 nanometers determined by the reaction temperature.